want the priest to do something. You know, I really want to see two games. And I want to see it beat the druid. To be honest, because like it's such a slanted matchup that every time I see like a blade master circle opening for against the druid, I go I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy. I always see a
Alright.
Psalm Chow. Everything else is pretty staple.
Hmm?
Psalm Chow is one of the cards you want to drop against the paladin, right? It's either that or a cleric, so you actually prevent them from hero powering. And actually, I was streaming earlier today, and actually found out that if you actually put a cleric at turn one against a paladin, they actually have an answer now. It's knife juggler. Um,
Oh, yeah.
Usually, yeah, before they don't have an answer to a cleric, and that's why it's so good. But now the matchup is a little bit more. Um, I mean, it's still. I think priest still does better against paladin, but with the knife juggler include, paladin
Yeah.
does get a chance early game.
Yep. Power Wheel Shield here too, so Kunzi's gonna be pretty happy with that. Taking the Knife Juggler out from the combo with the Muster also keeps your minions up. Oh,
The cleric is really good here.
yeah. I mean, now that you've taken the Juggler out, or you can just put it on the board, right? I mean,
Yeah, 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 yeah. You can
there's no
definitely put it.
issue in doing that.
There's no card in paladin's deck that kills a 3 health creature at turn 3. There's
Mhm.
actually not a single card.
So, see no reason not to do that.
No, you're floating 1 mana. You really need to pick a cleric here.
Well met.
Like, there's no card, right?
I can't
I
think of
can't think of
any.
a card that can kill a 3 health creature at turn 3 for a paladin. Seems
Yep.
pretty probable. This goes with the heal instead. Mm, okay.
Okay. Because there would have been ways to get rid of, I guess, the two there with a weapon, but
But he's gonna feel super silly if he draws a circle. Oh, another cleric. Okay.
all right. Well, now,
Now he has this Dark Cultist, because the cleric doesn't make sense anymore.
mm-hmm. Yeah, just healing one turn and then sacrificing your cleric. Not ideal.
So here, Shredder is kind of like the default play.
Yep.
Let's make the attack there, which is fine. And
Hmm.
I think double cleric is also a good play. Like holding these clerics are cool if you want more value, but this is not value right here, right? Like the main point of cleric is that it is a cantrip, right? So
Uh-huh.
you're dropping a 1/3 that draws a card, right? If it's a 1/3 that draws a card, it's good enough because it's also good against paladin because
Yeah.
the 1/3s actually are relevant. There are a lot of 1/3 situations which aren't relevant, right? Any deck that runs a 3/2, which it makes it automatically like useless.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, so he's
So
gonna
now,
go with a double cleric.
Yeah, Faramir is forced to kill a cleric because you kind of have to. So it's basically a 1/3 that draws a card and also has taunt, which is like a lot of a lot of effects for one card, right? People have been tried cutting clerics for ages, and it's just too
Yeah.
good. That's why you play priest. You just have to keep it.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of those staple cards in any style of that class. So got through that turn 4 fairly smoothly for Kunzi. But the Dark Cultist has also been reduced to 1 damage. So
So everything is 1 health. I mean 1
yeah.
damage. That's a little bit.
You have the Holy Nova, which could get decent
Yeah.
value. I feel here with the
I think
heals
Holy
too.
Nova is definitely a very strong play here. But I mean, you could do something interesting with the Dark Cultist. You could attack the 3/3 first, and then Holy Nova to ensure your other creatures stay a bit more alive. You
Okay.
can also attack, yeah, there you go. You can also attack with the cleric first, to draw 1 more card. So definitely a lot of interesting stuff.
All right.
Well, oh no.
Wow.
That is a deck card. So who's winning this?
I mean,
Uh,
the Consecrate's there, but the Cleric is still going to be up there. Equality comes through, but not what you want to use right this instant, I don't think.
well, we're just gonna wrap things up. It's just better. It's just cool to see what other cards Kunzi is running. So yeah.
Yeah, this is actually great for us, right? Because he's just drawing as many cards as possible. So
Right. I mean, Dr. Boom is also ran in the priest deck, which is fine. Dr. Boom is good in all decks.
yeah. Now, he drew the Thought Steals early, and he's at 10 cards. So, you know, if he wants to start to make some nice moves, he's gonna have to jump down some cards here pretty quickly.
You can basically go all in every single turn and not run enough cards. It's just the magic of priest. If you can draw more than one card of the cleric, like you just win the game immediately.
Well, the Belcher's there, the Blade Master's there, and then you could heal it, but then you'd be back up to 10 cards, so you'd have to put the what I think that's a zombie chow. You can't see the image there covered up, but yeah, it is.
Okay, dropping the Belcher before the buff. That's pretty good.
Yeah, trying to get it on the Belcher. It doesn't get it, but that's all right.
And double zombie chow. Very good. Very, very good. Oh wow, okay, so that's something you can activate the Watcher with. So the Watcher is not a tech card anymore.
Yeah. And of course, the green skin in hand will be able to help more with that later, but still you can't get rid of the Belcher if you do that play, so
but you still do it because like a Watcher is like you need to use it, and that's something. It's a Swoonwalker now basically. Just pretty good. Make a 2-drop, a 6-drop. Not bad at all. Oh wow! Okay, this is a letdown.
You know, I was gonna say I think Kunzi's just like banking on that because he's drawn so many cards too, and he had a taunt, so there was no point in not putting the Chow there. And the chances of him drawing, which I assumed he had to Akanize. I mean, if you have the Blade Master, you probably have the Circle.
Well, I mean, you can always just drop Chow, to be honest, because like you're not burning your opponent down, right? Priest doesn't have burning, you know, some weird stuff. But hey, Akanai and Holy Fire as well. It's pretty insane.
Well, now that Watcher's, I guess, also a decent target for the Vol'jin. I was gonna say that kind of sits there for the 5 health.
So now here's the part where if you kill the girl, you're not really that unhappy. I guess it can just stay on the board because like it's not gonna backfire on you. Wow, still drawing cards. Why not? I guess. Why not?
Huh?
So is that no? We don't really know yet. Don't really. We only seen one Cabal, right? So far. It's just So yeah, because he doesn't even mind using the zombie child to trade there, just because health is not relevant. It's all about board in Paladin versus Priest matchup.
Yep. The Vol'jin gets cleared with the combo there with the Consecrate though, so that's good news for Faramir. But the card advantage is still so in favor of Kunzi. Now he's going to have answers for every turn as we near 10 mana.
Ooh. Can we do something funny with green skin? No.
Not immediately at least.
Yeah, so. Heroes do not have Wind Fury, unfortunately. Ooh, okay.
Okay.
So Faramir would have looked pretty silly if that bomb actually killed the 3/3 that was going to attack. I think Dr. Boom is... Everybody says Dr. Boom is just a really bad card because it's like an auto-include to everything, right? One of the redeeming features of Dr. Boom is that you do have to play around it, and sometimes it is a pretty big puzzle to play around that card. So it does reward better players, I guess, if you can plan the bombs ahead of time.
Good point.
One of the more redeeming qualities of that card, I guess. But it's still pretty OP. That's all.
Well, that's a thought too, and I think he got a Sylvanas off of that, if I'm not mistaken here. I didn't catch the image as it floated into his hand, but I don't think that would have made the biggest difference given the state of the game already. And
What's
a
mind
mind control
control as
too.
well? Oh my god.
Wow.
How is this deck gonna go against Druid? Like, oh jeez. This deck against Druid is gonna be a very uphill battle. Like, very big uphill battle.
Well, so far it looks like he's at least gonna get a chance, right, to go up against the Druid. So
Oh no
I
no
think
no
that's
no!
the best.
He's getting his Druid match. There's no way he's not getting his Druid match.
Yeah, I mean, when you're at what 10-9 cards up against 2 cards, and you're up in health, and you can clear the board. I mean,
No. So the way that Kunzi loses right now is that there's a power outage suddenly, you know, or maybe his friend comes in and like presses concede for him or something. Like it just have to be something ridiculous. There's no way we're losing this one. There is no.
he uses his Cult Master that he stole for even more card draw because he hasn't had enough this game.
No. Gotta draw the whole deck. Achievement unlocked before beating your opponent. So, if I am Kunzi, I'm gonna try really hard not to show the mind control.
Yeah.
But then I guess it doesn't matter because it's a druid. They don't really care if you have mind control or not. So, you definitely don't show the Sylvanas death. I mean, you can't really do that anyways. So, yeah, just mind control.
Might as well. That's just gonna make this game easier to clean up and bring out the concede there from Faramir.
And there you go. Well, that's what happens when Cleric goes out of control. This is the result.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was a lot of card draw. I mean, he was holding on to 10 cards since like turn 4, turn 5, just putting cards down. So now we're down to the final game. This is not how